Transform your experience into passive income.
Hi, Colleen. Today we're going to be talking about how students can make money online using digital content. And this topic, again, I find super interesting because I don't think it's something that students always think of. They might be thinking of shoveling snow, babysitting, helping out with outdoor chores, painting, that kind of stuff, or working at a local retail store. And those are excellent income generators for students, but sometimes they don't have that kind of time.
Right.
And so today I wanted to talk about how students can generate money using digital content and online platforms. So would you agree? Do you think a lot of students think about it? I think they think about being influencers, but that's a long haul. What about money they can make right away? Would you agree?
I definitely agree. And this is something I would have loved as a student, to make money while I'm in class learning and while I'm studying, because that is a whole full-time job right there. If you can spend a few hours creating a digital product that sells throughout the day and night, that is just bonus, because that's what you need. You need to not trade in your time for that money. So,
and like you said, students, you are a professional student when you're that age.
Yes.
And so that's what your goal is. You need to learn a new trade or profession. And so that's what your focus has to be on. But you might not realize how much you can offer even being a professional student. You have to be careful, of course. You can't just be plagiarizing things that are in textbooks and things like that if you were going to use your knowledge as a student. But, maybe you're learning new content, let's say anatomy and physiology content, and you have a way of creating notes or short ways to memorize all that information. That might be something that you can create into a digital product to help other students who are struggling to learn that information. That's just an example. But there's definitely ways that you can help other students learn new content. And then beyond that, think of other things that you're just passionate about. And I've heard several examples where kids who are really into video gaming, of course, there's Twitch and you can get paid a lot of money, but that is like 1% of the population playing video games. It's hard to get to that level, but maybe you can create a digital product that helps kids learn tips and tricks about Minecraft. I'm not a video player, but there are definitely people who are earning money by helping others learn how to play video games. So it doesn't just have to be what you're learning in school.
Yeah, it's combining your interests. What do you love doing on the side? What's your hobbies? What do you love talking about with your friends? Taking any of those ideas and then turning it into a product, because there are other people out there that want to learn how to do that hobby or are just interested in it. And they would buy a product that would walk them through the next level.
Right.
There's just so many options. That's
exactly. You just have to think of what you succeed at and what you have your passions with. And the great thing about this too is you really don't need a lot of investment. We talked about that in another video, but for digital content creation, it's your time. And a computer. And so, most college students, high school students have a computer, and that's what's really required to get started. No super special software or anything. And that's another area, some of these young students are very good at programming. You might be able to come up with something there, and that too has a very low level entry in terms of your investment. It's your time.
Yeah. And then speaking of investment, another really great benefit of creating digital products as a student is that you can add that to your resume down the road. Because if you're using a topic that you're studying in school, it's a field that you're going to be working in, that is related work that is making a difference in the world. That is huge. And that can be something on your resume that really draws people to it and says, oh, wow, this person is a go-getter.
I was just going to use that word, go-getter.
Yeah. And they know what they're talking about. They're providing something out there that makes a difference in the world. So
I think that's probably one of the biggest barriers for students would be, you do have to be independent. You have to be a go-getter. No one's going to be there like, show up for work at 9 to 5 today to work on your digital product. you need to be self-motivated. So
Right.
I think, if that's one of your strengths, that you're a self-motivated person, then digital product creation is right up your alley, because you'll be able to stay on task to finish it. And like you said, wow, what a great resume booster to show that, you're earning money this way. I think an employer would really appreciate that. I know, and it does work too. My son, he just started a teachers pay teachers store. He sells some on Your Therapy Source, and he's making money out of the gate, making some puzzles and activity pages. And so I know it can be done even starting. He just started a few months ago and he earned income right out of the gate. So it didn't take years like it might take to become an influencer or ever. I mean, it is really hard to do that on YouTube or social media. Whereas, by creating your digital content and selling it on different platforms, I think you get money back on your time a lot
Yes.
faster.
Definitely.
So,
And when you sell on the OT Toolbox in Your Therapy Source, you're getting your product in front of an audience that's already built for you. We do that work for you as the host of those products. And we have the audience that is just ready to buy right there. So you just plug it in.
right, which helps a lot. There's no steps in learning our platforms or anything like that, because we're doing that work for you. It's just creating the content that step that you would need to take. What other platforms besides ours do you think is a good platform for students to check out to monetize, if they were going to monetize online?
I think Etsy is probably really good because there's so many audiences there, and there's so many, you can take any topic basically and find something on Etsy. It started out related to hobbies, right? And crafts, but it's way beyond that right now. I also think even though Teacher Pay Teacher is geared towards the teacher audience, you will find people that are searching for different things on there. So that's just something you might not think of as a student to place a product on there, but it actually could sell.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. My son has sold stuff on there.
Yeah.
So I think, and he's an education major, but the bottom line is, it has sold.
Right.
I also think Redbubble, especially if you're doing any sort of digital art or, merchandise, Redbubble is really great because they have an audience and it's print on demand. You don't have to do any of it. So it's all out of your hands. It's just uploading. My daughter actually has a Redbubble store and she started it when she was in college, and sells stickers. So she creates the digital artwork and sells stickers. So again, she's earning money. She's a teacher now, but when she's in the classroom, she gets that little notification that she sold a sticker. It's not a lot of money, but it's also very she's proud of herself for creating it. It's a nice ego boost that someone wanted to buy her products. So I think Redbubble, there's Amazon merch that, you can also upload digital content and print on demand. I think it's a little harder to get seen than it is on Redbubble. I think there's a lot of niches within Redbubble and it's a little easier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's anywhere else. I was just saying to you before, I have heard OutSchool. There's a lot of students who teach video gaming on there, and that's another option for an online platform. You don't have to be a certified teacher to teach a class on there. So it's another option where you can work out of your dorm room or, your house. And
actually, Instagram is another option too. You can create a shop on Instagram and Facebook, really. You kind of create your own audience there through your content, your reels and your videos, and then you can link to products that are posted there. So that's just another option too, if you're really into creating the videos and
if your ultimate goal is to become an influencer, this is one way that you can earn some money as you're going down that path instead of waiting for that long-term ad revenue.
Yeah.
It's called affiliate marketing to some degree, but you're promoting your same product, or you can promote other people's products. So what do you think some of the challenges students might face though in trying to create digital content?
Well, there's always the challenge of time, especially when you're a student and the primary goal is getting through your classes, getting that degree. That is the biggest challenge, I think. I do think that the nice thing about a digital product is that you kind of learn as you go, and then you can repeat what has worked. So if you have a product that you've made in a digital PDF format, you can just kind of plug and go and repeat that whole process and create a whole different product following the same system.
Right. And especially if you see that it's sold, it's worth it to create some more. That's exactly what happened with my daughter's store. She made a few stickers and then they sold, and then she knew that type of sticker sold. So she created more that were similar to that.
Yeah.
And just kept repeating the same concept.
Yeah. It's all trial and error.
Right.
And going with what works.
Right. And if you can get that first product up there so you can see, then maybe a second product, that's when you'll start to be able to collect some data to determine what's working. I would agree. I think time is a tough thing if you're a student. I think being self-motivated to start can be hard because you're probably tired from doing all that schoolwork and you might not have the energy level. But maybe you can just kind of switch your mindset that you're working for yourself and set aside a certain time that you're going to stay focused, even just for an hour. It doesn't take forever to create it. If it's something you know and love, you'll find yourself in this zone where you're just enjoying that creativity aspect. And I think it won't seem like such a job. And once you have one sale, I don't know about you, but I was hooked. Like there's just something great, about making those sales, because you did it all from start to finish. And the other thing I think for students, which may be hard or not hard, depending upon how much research you've done in your student career, you just have to be careful about plagiarism, copyright infringement, photo use, things like that, to make sure that you have that you're allowed to use them commercially, since you're going to be earning money off them. It's not the same thing as a paper where you might be able to put some pictures in to hand into your teacher. If you're going to be generating income, you have to be real careful about what images you use.
Right.
And that could just be something you might not be aware of when you're first starting out. So make sure you read up on royalties and commercial use images.
And we cover all of that in our program, our digital content creation program. It's for professionals, but students are definitely on their way to being a professional, and you're a professional student. So that has everything that you need to walk you through every step of the process.
Yeah, including some of the platforms we spoke about, what you need to do to get your product seen,
how to get them on there.
And then of course, all the templates. So if you have an idea, but you have no idea to make it look pretty, we provide all that for you, that you can just plug your information in there, and, it'll help you to create a nicely formatted product, which I know can be a struggle for some people when you're first starting out. We weren't all born graphic designers, that's for sure. I, still struggle with it. So when you have those templates that are available in our course, it really helps, with that formatting. So, again, I might be biased, but I think it's a great income idea for students. And I've seen it work. I've seen my own kids earn money online through digital content creation. I earn money online. You earn money online. I know another vendor of mine, her son helps with her digital content creation and earns money that way. So we know it's being done, just a matter of taking those first steps. Right. So don't forget to check out our toolkit so that you can get started on your journey for digital content creation.
Any questions, just reach out and ask us.
Yep. All right. See you next time.
Bye.
Visit digitalproductprofessionals.com to get started on your digital content creation journey.